It's time for Orchard CMS. When competing for market share, it's important to get your product to your customers as fast as possible. Eric Ries, an American entrepreneur, blogger, and author of The Lean Startup, a book about the Lean Startup movement, talks about a minimal viable product. A minimal viable product, or MVP, is a development technique in which a new product or website is developed with sufficient features to satisfy early adopters. The final complete set of features is only designed and developed after considering feedback from the product's initial users. Today, we're going to create a minimal viable product for an Orchard Core CMS web application. Welcome back. Let's get started by creating an Orchard Core CMS web application. Let's go ahead and fire up Visual Studio. And let's go ahead and create an ASP.NET Core web application. And let's go ahead and call this Orchard Skills.Orchard Core Orchard CMS. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the Create button. Go ahead and select an empty application and hit the Create button. Now let's go ahead and click on Program.cs. Let's add the using Orchard Core.logging. Let's go ahead and modify the program here, and let's change the build host args to run async. And then what we're going to do is modify the build host method by adding a use and log web to enable our logger. Okay, we'll save that. Now in our startup, add services.orchard core CMS. Move all this and just replace it with use Orchard Core. All right, the easiest way to add our packages is just go ahead and modify the project. And we're going to go ahead and add two packages, the Orchard Core.application.cms.target and also the Orchard Core.logging.nlog. Okay, great. Now let's right-click on the Orchard Skills.Orchard Core.Orchard CMS project, add a new item, add a configuration, and call it nlog.config. And this will be our configuration for the logger. So go ahead and add that, and let's go ahead and replace this. And so you can see here's all the different logging levels: fatal, error, warn, info, debug, trace, and we're going to set the internal log level to warn. Okay, so we have that set up. Go ahead and save that. Now let's right-click on the solution here, add a new item, add NuGet.config. We'll point it to the Orchard Core preview feed. All right, great. In order to enable this, we're going to have exit Visual Studio and restart. Let's go ahead and fire Visual Studio back up. So let's go ahead and right-click on our solution, and let's go to Manage NuGet Packages for Solution, and let's click on the Updates tab, select Update. All right, let's go ahead and hit OK. And then also I accept. Okay, so our NuGet packages are all updated. Great. So now let's go ahead and create a theme for our Orchard Core CMS. So let's right-click on Solution, and let's go ahead and select Add, and we'll add a new project. And let's go ahead and add a class library.NET Core. For the project name, let's call it Orchard Skills.Orchard Core.the Clean Blog Theme. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and hit Create. All right, let's go ahead and click on class, and let's rename class here. Right click and do rename, and select all, rename it to startup, and then apply, and then apply again. All right, let's save everything. So inside our Orchard Skills, we're gonna have, now let's configure the Clean Blog theme project. And so for this, we're going to add Razor support for MVC. We're also going to include the Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.app, and also we're going to add Orchard Core NuGet packages, Orchard Core.theme.targets, Orchard Core.display management, and also Orchard Core.resource management.abstractions. And also we're going to add item groups to remove the node modules, and also remove less and about, contact, gulp files, index, package lock.json, package.json, and post.html. Next, we're going to copy the Orchard Core blog theme and use that as our basis starting point. So you can see here we have recipes, views, www.root, manifest file, resource manifest.cs, and startup. And let's go ahead and just copy all of those over to our directory here, paste. And let's go ahead and replace the startup.cs file. Okay, great. Our first task is to rename the blog theme to the clean blog theme so we can customize this theme. And so it's a different name than the blog theme. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's start out by going to the startup.cs file. For this, we'll just add clean blog theme and save that. And let's head on over to the resource manifest.cs file, and let's do the same here. Clean. Okay, great. Now we also have to change the blog theme everywhere to the clean blog theme. So let's go ahead and do that with just a global search and replace. So let's do edit, find and replace, quick find, and we'll replace blog theme with the clean blog theme. And let's just go ahead and replace them all. Okay, great. So now we're going to go ahead and click on our recipe here, and let's go ahead and rename this clean blog theme. Okay, and let's go ahead and modify the manifest.cs file, and we'll change the name to the clean blog theme, and the author will be Orchard Skills. And we'll rename the URL here for the website to orchardskills.com. And then we'll say for the description, a customizable theme adopted for blogs. Okay, let's go ahead and save that. So now let's head up to the views. And so inside the views here, we'll open up the share. We're going to have to modify every one of these where it says the blog theme to the clean blog theme. Okay, and we'll go search.liquid and add that. Nothing here in blog list part.liquid, but in content.liquid we need to change there, and in article change there, and change here in blog content-blog.liquid, and for the blog post same here, and for the summary we don't need anything there, but in the layout there's going to be a lot of different changes here. Let's go ahead and do a global search and replace. So let's edit the blog theme. Okay, then we'll replace them all. Okay, I think we got them all. Great. Then we go to the menu. That looks good. Menu IDM looks good. Menu link looks good. Form, search form looks good. Search results looks good. And then all the widgets, block quote, image, widget, paragraph, and liquid, they all look good. Don't need to change any of those. Now let's head back to the recipe. So let's click on cleanblog.recipe.json, and let's go ahead for the name. Let's change that to clean blog, and also for the display name, let's do clean blog, and description, we'll change that, provides a customizable functional blog with CMS features. And let's go ahead and change the author to Orchard Skills, and let's change the website to orchardskills.com, and let's head down here, and for theme here we want to change this to clean blog theme, and down here for the site we want the clean blog theme. Okay, great, got all those done. Let's go ahead and save everything. Okay, I think we have everything all changed from the blog theme to the clean blog theme. So let's go ahead and run the application. So let's go up and click on the little green play triangle. Okay, let's go ahead and select Clean Blog and enter all our credentials in and hit the finish setup. Okay, great. Looks like everything has got changed over and working. So let's go ahead and start customizing our application here. I think the first thing we want to do is create a search page. Let's log into the admin page or the dashboard. Okay, let's go to search and then go into indexing and Lucene indices. And let's go ahead and edit that, and everything looks to be checked. So that's great. So let's go ahead and save that. Okay. All right, let's go to settings search and make sure that our default that's set up, and that looks good. So let's go ahead and save that. Let's go into security, and let's go into roles, and then let's go into anonymous, and let's search for Lucene. And then we want to make sure that our query Lucene search is enabled, and it looks like it is. So we got that enabled. All right, we'll save that. And now let's go to our content and content items, and let's go ahead and go into our main menu, and let's add a menu item, and then add a link menu item, and we will call that search. And for the URL, it'll be ~/search. Go ahead and publish that, and let's go try it out. And there we go, there's our search. So let's go and select our search, and voila, there's our search page. So let's search for exploration and do a search. And well, it's working. Isn't that great? So now we have our search working. So let's kind of change things up and let's just create a simple home page that, like, so we could add possibly a landing page or whatever type of information. So let's go back to our admin or the dashboard and let's go click on our content items, and let's add a new article and let's title this home. Okay. And then for the link, let's do home. And we'll set this as a home page and subtitle, let's say welcome. And we'll just put this is the home page. Okay, something simple. Let's go ahead and publish that and publish that. Okay, now let's go back to our menu item and let's go ahead and run that. And voila, we have our home page. Isn't that cool? So let's click on home and it brings us to our home page. That's awesome. So now we've lost our blog page. So let's go ahead and back to dashboard and let's go ahead and go to our content items, go to our main menu, and let's add a menu item, add a link menu item, and the name will be blog and URL will be /blog. Let's go ahead and publish that and let's go ahead and run, and there's our blog. Voila, isn't that great? So let's kind of move our menu items around here. So I want to have blog just right after home. So let's go back into our dashboard and let's go ahead, go back to our content items and back to our main menu, and let's just pull this guy right up to there and hit publish. And let's go try it out. And there you go, our blog is right next to our home now. So now we have home, blog, about, and search. Okay, so now what we want to do is create a contact page, but in order to do that, we're going to have to add some more functionality. So let's go to configuration, to features, and let's go ahead and search for form. And there's our forms. So let's go ahead and enable that. Okay, great. We got our forms. Let's go back to our content items, and select new, and let's do a new page. Okay, for the title, we'll just call it contact, and we'll leave that blank. And now you see this button here. We want to select that. It kind of grays out or fades out, I guess. But let's go ahead and select that, and let's go ahead and select a form. Okay, great. And for the title, let's call it contact. And for action, we'll leave that blank. And then for post, we'll leave it, the method will be post. And then of course, we'll have to add some items to our form. So make sure you don't click on this button because this will be outside of the form. We want to add items inside the form. So let's click on here and let's add an input. And for that, let's ask for the person's name. And it'll be a text type, and placeholder, we'll just say enter name. Okay, let's go ahead and let's add another input. And this time it'll be our email, and this time it'll be of type email, and placeholder is enter email. Okay, and then also we want to be able to add another input, and this will be for the message. And it'll be text type, and placeholder will be enter message text. Okay. And then for our last, we want to do a validation summary here. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and publish that and publish that. Okay, great. Let's go back to our content items and let's go ahead and select our main menu, and let's go ahead and add a menu item and add a link menu item. And for this, we'll do contact, and then we'll do tilde contact. We'll publish that, publish, and let's go try it out. And there it is. There's our contact. Let's click on that, and there we go. We have enter name, email, and message. So we have our contact. Great. Okay, once we got our contact form created, we'll need some logic behind it to actually get it to work. In order to do that, we're going to have to enable workflows. So let's go to the dashboard and go into features, and let's look for workflows. And let's go ahead and enable the workflows, and also enable HTTP workflows activity. All right. And also we're going to have to enable email too. So let's go ahead and enable email. Okay, great. Okay, now let's go to workflows and let's create a workflow type and let's make it contact and hit save. So we'll go ahead and add event and we'll add an HTTP request. So we'll go ahead and select that, add, and let's do contact form submitted. And let's do a post and let's go ahead and save. Okay, let's click on this and enable it by hitting the startup task, because this will be our first startup task. So the first thing we want to do is let's do a bind form. Select that and let's just hit save. And it'll be bind from model state. And let's draw an arrow from here down to here. Okay, great. Okay, cancel. Add a task. And let's do fork. So we add that. And let's add validate form fields, validate name, email, and message, and then hit save. Okay. And so we'll go ahead and add another event, another task, and we'll do a validate form field, add that. And for that, we'll do validate name, and we'll select name, and then we'll say no name entered, and then hit save. Okay, great. Let's put that down here. Let's click this guy down to here. Okay, great. And let's add another activity, and add another task. And let's select validate form field, select add. And this one we will do validate email, and we'll say email. Let's do a little email. And we'll say email not valid. Let's save that. And let's add another task. Validate form field. Select that. And we'll do validate message. And we'll select message. And no message entered or something. And we'll hit save for that. Okay. So let's add task. Join. We'll add that, and for that, we'll save. And we'll add it down here. Okay. And then we'll select the done and go to here. Okay. Okay, for this, we'll add another task, and we'll do validate form. So we'll add that. And then we want to select this down to here. And so we'll add task, and let's search for email. So add that. Email to admin. Sender, we'll do sales. Recipient. Subject. Message. We'll add that. And then we'll hit save. All right, so now if this is valid, we want to go there. We want to add task and P redirect. Display form, and we'll just say contact, and we'll hit save. Okay. And so invalid, we go there. go to add a task and search for HTTP redirect, add that, display thank you page, and say /thanks. How's that? And hit save. Let's select this and go there. Okay, so let's go and make sure that we save this. So hit save and then save again. And let's go back to our content items. And let's select a new, let's do a new article. And we'll just say thanks. And we'll say thank you for your message. Say thank you for your message. One will get back with you as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and publish that. Okay, so let's go up there and just select thanks. And thanks. Thank you for your message. Awesome. Okay, so let's test this out. Let's go to contact and let's go to admin and go to our content items, and let's go to our content. Let's edit that. And one thing we want to add here is we go in here to our contact form, and let's add a button here, and let's call this submit, and text submit. Okay, let's go ahead and publish that, and then head back to our contact, and now we have a submit button. Let's go back to our workflow, select admin, go back to our workflow, and let's go to contact and click on here, go to here, edit this, and let's just regenerate this, hit save, go to edit this, and let's go ahead and copy that, and let's go ahead and go back to content items, go into edit our form, go to our contact form, and then for action, let's go ahead and paste that in there and go ahead and hit publish. Okay, then go back to there, go back to our content items. Okay, one other thing we need to do is set up SMTP. And so let's go to configuration and go to settings and select SMTP. Okay, and we'll need to change the port to 587 and select start TLS, connect to server using insecure connection, and upgrade to secure using SSL/TLS. And then we also need to require credentials, and let's go ahead and save. All right, now let's just do a test email, and we'll say orchard@orchardskills.com, and let's reply to sales@orchardskills.com. Subject, let's say test, and let's just say test SMTP. Okay, let's hit send, and it looks like the message sent successfully. So let's go ahead and go to our email, and sure enough, there's our test message. Great. Now let's go back and finish up setting up the workflow. So let's go ahead and click on flows, and then contact, and you'll notice we need to add, let's see, verify email would go to here, and then also verify message go to here. And then we have to select done, go back to our join, and then see, done, go back here. Now we have everything completed in the workflow. Let's go hit save and save, go back to our, and let's go to contact. And there's our form. So for this application, we were able to customize it, add our own custom home page, move the blog into a blog page, keep our about page, create a search page, and also create a contact page with email interface with SMTP. So currently, this is now a minimal viable product, and it's ready to be expanded and to add more features. Now, if you missed or didn't understand something, that's okay. There's a detailed blog post that describes all the steps. There is also a GitHub repository with the complete source code. All this information is in the video description. If you like this video, please click on the thumbs up icon. Also, please subscribe and click on the bell icon to get a notification when I release the next video. Thank you for watching.